What's going on, you guys? It's your boy, Pepsi, Pepsi, or Peppo, a dude with attitude, so crack a 40 and check your rollies. I hope everyone is having a peptastic day. Hope everyone's enjoying their week so far, and today we are finally getting to our official review of Halloween Kills. And for those of you that don't know, Halloween might be my favorite Halloween franchise movie. And today we will be talking both spoilers and non-spoilers, but for the first half of this video there won't be any spoilers. Whenever it does become time for spoilers, I will give everyone a clear warning because I don't want anyone to get spoiled if they don't want to. That's a big pet peeve with me. I hate spoilers, so you will be warned beforehand. So I saw Halloween Kills this year, not at the premiere, but the day after. I saw it Saturday. I've seen all of the movies in this series, and this one, I don't know where to place it yet. And I've got a 5-star ranking system. First time I'm using this. So 0, that's right, 0 is a number, and that is going to be unwatchable, basically. Alright? Then you got rank 1, which is never watch again, bad. So that's still pretty bad. Like, I'd watch once, but I'm never going to watch it again. Then you got number 2, which is meh, unimpressed. You got number 3, which is good, but could be better. You got number 4, great, met all of my expectations. And then you got 5, which is fantastic, one of the best in the series, if not best. I will be telling you right before I go to spoilers what I rank this movie in that category. First off, the beginning was amazing. It went in a different direction than I think kind of any of the movies have gone in, but in a way it was reminiscent of how other Halloween movies do, and I'll get more into that later. But it did something that hasn't really happened as often anymore, and I'm glad it's back. But it really made the beginning of the movie kind of cool for me. I mean, and then it got into all the action on top of that, so it was pretty awesome. Let's talk kills, though. The kills in this movie lived up to my expectations fully. The kills with the firefighting scene were amazing. There's a certain point of view that it goes about showing whenever one of them gets hit in the face, and then it's showing him kill the others, and I think it's spectacular. I thought it was very different than what we'd seen before. Very brutal, very cool. One of the scenes, which is also in the trailer, he emerges from the house through the smoke and it's on fire, and he lifts up his head and looks at everyone. It was bad ass. One of my favorite scenes in all cinema history, all movie history. I loved it. There were a lot of other kills in this movie. Some stuff that reminded me of Friday the 13th. I really enjoyed it. It was really cool. The brutality in this and the scenes, they did Michael right. Michael was definitely well done. And it wasn't just the stuff with Michael either. There's some other stuff in this. Jamie Lee Curtis went on to say that this movie deals with a lot of mob violence, and I'm going to tell you this without spoiling anything. This movie does deal with mob violence, and we see a lot of crazy crap. But the kills, 10 out of 10. Some of them were just so damn awesome, and they're different. I love how this they're keeping them fresh, these type of kills. I really enjoyed that. The scares in this, some were really good, but some were predictable, but that's kind of how it always is. This genre is very fleshed out, so it's kind of hard to find new and inventive ways to scare people. But I will say that the scares that were chosen, some of them were classic and some of them were new and fresh in a way. It's just that since you're going, it's like if you're going to the carnival and you get on the Ferris wheel, even if the Ferris wheel's a new Ferris wheel and it's nice, you know what to expect. You know what I mean? And so it didn't make me go, oh my God, like, wow. So I'm pretty sure it would scare other people, but I'm also going to say this. This wasn't as scary, quote unquote, as 2018. 2018 had more of the horror element, where this told more of a story. The acting was amazing. Loved the acting. Some new actors, some returning actors. Everyone did their part well. There was maybe like one or two parts that I was like, really? Eh. But I can't even remember them because the rest of the movie overshadows it. So acting was pretty good. The new characters, new and old, the old ones did their part, and I think the old ones that were in the previous one from 2018, they did their part. They just did it a little different in this one, which I can appreciate that. And it gave these new characters some time to kind of shine. However, I will say a lot of these new characters are very stupid and make very stupid decisions, but that makes it all the more wild when Michael kills them. And that's not a spoiler. Michael's gonna kill different people in this movie. So the flow of it was weird. It was a different flow than I think any of the previous Michael movies, including the other ones before 2018. But it was different. I liked the flow, but it kind of felt like it was like, okay. Basically, it felt like it started with a 1, then went 2, 4, and then it went 3-5. I didn't dislike how it flowed, but it was different. It felt like the beginning of the movie had a lot, and then the middle of the movie had a lot of filler. I liked the filler, but it was just like, oh, okay, hold up, we're gonna take a break. All right, here we are. We're back to it at the end. It answers questions that I had from 2018, which I appreciate. There's something I really didn't like about 2018, and that's that if you go back to the original one, the original Halloween, Michael he gets shot and falls in the yard, right? And then when they go look, he's gone. And then in the movies that follow, it's shown that he goes after Laurie. But because those movies don't count anymore, which you can choose, 2018 is where it picks up. So apparently we get to 2018 and he got captured that night. So it was weird. It's like, so if you watched the original Halloween and then Halloween 2018, it's weird because it's like, oh, he got away. If you watch those back to back, it's so weird because it's like, oh, he got away. Oh, no, he didn't. He was caught. He's been caught for 40 years. But now he's going to get away. It was weird. And I'm going to say this answers how that kind of comes about without spoiling too much. There's also a new layer to Michael Myers in this, which I'm going to also get in the spoiler section. I thought it was a nice new layer. I don't know. I feel like there's more they need to do to it because it's kind of a vague thing. And I want to see where they take it. But it is something that I feel kind of hasn't happened with Michael in any of the others. And I like it. Overall, this movie was fresh and different. And I really liked how fresh and different it was. I was thinking, Halloween Kills. Here we go. Laurie's going to go after Michael. She's almost going to kill him, just like in Halloween 2018. And then it's going to turn out, oh, she didn't kill him. And then we're going to get him or her killed and Halloween ends. Because there's going to be another one. So I thought this whole thing was going to be filler to a certain degree. And to a certain degree it was. But it wasn't what I thought. I'm going to go ahead and spoil this for you right now. It doesn't end exactly the way 2018 does. Is this as good or better than 18? I would say it's as good, but maybe not better. Maybe it's barely as good. It's still good. I really like 2018. I liked this one better than Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, and I liked it better than Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, although Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is at the very bottom of my list. With all that said about the ending, was the ending good or bad? It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I feel like the ending was kind of meh compared to the rest of the movie. Because it was kind of just like, oh yeah, okay, it felt rushed in a way, the ending. It's so hard to kind of pinpoint. It was so predictable too, the very last scene. Me and my dad, I actually got my father to go to it. and even he thought it was predictable. So that brings us to our rating. Before we get into spoilers, what would I rate this? Would I rate this unwatchable 0? Would I rate this never watch again bad 1? Would I rate this meh unimpressed 2? Would I rate this 3 good but could be better? Or would I rate this great, met all my expectations 4? Or would I rate this 5 fantastic, one of the best in the series? I'm not going to rate it 0, that's for sure. I would watch this multiple times. What would I rate 0 in the series? Halloween Resurrection. I still haven't finished that movie. I can't stand it. But what would I rate never watch again? Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie. I love the first Rob Zombie. I don't like the second at all. This one, it's definitely not a 1, 2, or 3. I feel like it's slightly a 3. It's good, but could be better. But I feel like it's 4 because it met my expectations. I don't think it gave me anything. I got the kills, I got more story, and I got a little bit of unpredictability in a lot of ways, which I'll get into with spoilers in a bit. So I feel like it's a cross between 3, 4, and 5. But at the same time, I feel like it barely touches 5. It's not really one of the best, but I think I would put it in the top 5. Definitely. I think I would put it in the top 5. Don't know about top 3. So I want to say it is a 3.4. It's good, but it could be better, but it touches great and meets just about every expectation. It's a 3.4. But that's how I feel. When I get into spoilers, you'll find out more. And I am about to hit spoilers by the count of 5. But before I get to that count of 5, to everyone that's watched this far, let me know, comment down below if you've seen the movie and what you thought of it. Comment down below what your least favorite or favorite Halloween movie is. And if you're excited or even interested in Halloween Ends. And if you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe because we have a whole bunch of other content to offer. And here's where we get to the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers! If you are still here and you get anything spoiled, well, then you asked for it, and you're probably a different human being than me, because I cannot stand spoilers. Here we go, Halloween Kills. So you heard all my other stuff. Now we get to dive into it, get down to in between. And first off, let's discuss some of that stuff that was unpredictable in the movie. The cop's back. Frank is back. And I loved that because here's the thing. You watch the trailer, and the trailer kind of, it leaves out stuff, and it makes you think A is going to happen, but it's really B is going to happen. And that's two things I like. Number one, Frank wasn't in the trailer at all. I thought he died in 2018 when he gets stabbed by that doctor in the neck. And he fucking survives. I don't even know if that's realistic, but I'm glad he survived because he's one of my favorite characters, mainly because of the actor that he is. I loved him in Remember the Titans. And I kind of feel like, you know, he survived in this. And I can't wait to see him do a little bit more in the finale, Halloween Ends next year. Because honestly, with the flashbacks, which we're going to get into in a minute, they took his character, not only had him back in this and surprised me after thinking he was dead, but they made him an actual important character. Not just in this, but for the next one too. And I appreciate that. And they didn't shoehorn it in there. They used actual good flashbacks, which brings me to my next thing. The flashbacks were so detailed and amazing. It felt like I was watching the original. It had stuff all the way back from the original Halloween, like the way he looked and everything. I really enjoyed it. There's one part of the flashbacks I don't like, which I'll get to in a minute, but the flashbacks were spot on, amazing. We got to see Dr. Loomis again, which was awesome. And we got to learn more about Frank as well. And not just learn how Frank was involved that night and get to see that perspective, we get to see Michael get caught. So after he gets shot multiple times, apparently he goes for a little stroll. And on that little stroll, he goes back to his house and he ends up killing one more person. And then he kind of escapes in a way, but only to the front yard, because then everyone's got him. They got him. He's in the front yard. Everyone's pointing their guns at him, and the way he looks, it looks like it could have been a deleted scene at a fucking Halloween, the original Halloween. It was that awesome. We had Loomis there. It was really awesome. It was kind of cool because it's like, oh, he still went and killed afterwards. When, like I said earlier, when we leave Michael getting shot and falling, going off the roof into the yard, and then they go look for him and he's gone. All of a sudden, we get Halloween 2018. That's supposed to be the next one, and he's captured. It's like, wait a minute, how did he get captured? He was supposed to get shot. Are you at least going to... And I remember when I saw that, I was like, they're going to show a flashback scene showing it. They didn't show it during the first one. I was very disappointed. It's like, really? So you're just saying they caught him? So what did you get shot and then he gets captured off screen? That was a very heavy complaint. But in this one, they kind of wrapped it up so amazingly, and it helped with Frank, and it helped with everything in general, and a lot of cool stuff. And it was great to see Loomis again. Also, it kind of this movie changes Michael's focus. Why does he keep going back to that house? Well, don't know, but it seems like Lori, they talk about it. Lori's in the hospital. She's like, he wants to kill me. And Frank, she's like, no, he wants to kill me because I got him caught or whatever. But Frank saved his life, because Loomis was going to shoot him. But in actuality, Michael doesn't want any of that. He just wants to go home to his house, get up in that window, and stare. It's weird. But it's different. His focus has changed really from Lori to that. In the other movie, it's all about Lori, and she's his sister. And by the way, I don't like that they're not brother and sister, because I liked that connection, especially in Rob Zombie's first Halloween, not the second one. We don't talk about that one. But at the same time, I do like how they're making it make sense. It's like, hey, the only reason he went after Lori in 2018 was because the doctor brought him to her. That was it. Michael might have just went up in his room and stared out the window the rest of his life. That's kind of what... And that's kind of weird and stupid, and I hope we get a little bit more of it, but I just appreciate that it's different. One of the things that's not different in this movie are people are kind of stupid. The hospital scene. Everyone is so fucking stupid. With the mob violence and stuff. It's realistic, though. Lori's daughter is literally screaming, saying, that's not Michael, that's not Michael. But they're like, we want to kill someone. And they chase him, and he just has to jump out a window, which was so brutal and shit. Because they were so stupid. Going back to the flashbacks, one of the things I didn't like was, and I don't know if this actually happened or not, but it shows, I believe Tommy, after he gets bullied by the little girls, he's running away, and he trips. And when he looks up, Michael Myers is there in front of him. And the thing is, they're at Michael Myers' house on top of that. So he's scared Michael's going to kill him, so he puts his head down. Wah! And then all of a sudden the cops, he looks up and the cops are there to save him. Why the fuck did Michael spare the child? Now, in a way, this does work because they're at Michael's house. Michael kills people to get to his house, apparently. He didn't need to kill that kid, but he killed the firefighters. They were in his way. He killed those old people. He needed to get a knife. But I don't like him sparing the kid. That bothers me. I know what you're thinking. Why'd you want him to kill a kid so bad? You're fucked in the head. No, I like realism, and I like stories with that make sense. That didn't make sense. Speaking of not making sense, in the other movies, especially Halloween 4 through 6, Michael is explained to be supernatural by this point. That's why he keeps living, you know. And they explained it, and I don't remember if it really made sense because I haven't watched those in a while, but at least they kind of brought it into the story. In this, those movies don't exist. You just got the original Halloween, you got Halloween 2018, and then you got this Halloween. So as far as we can tell, he's supposed to be human. Hell, an interview with Jamie Lee Curtis, literally from about a week ago, she's talking, she's like, Michael is very human. So in my eyes, that means Michael is human. So in the 2018 movie, it kind of makes sense. He didn't get like stabbed in the heart or in the chest or anything. You know, he gets stabbed in the shoulder. You know, but he is like fucking 60 or 70. But at the same time, he's big and he's strong. But the thing that doesn't make sense is in this movie, Michael took so much damage. Why the fuck is he overpowered? He gets stabbed with a pitchfork in the back. In the first one, he gets shot, I don't know, 3 or 4 times by Loomis, and yet he still runs away, and then he gets shot in the shoulder in this through a flashback to there. So, like, how? You know? At least with Laurie, it makes sense. After taking all that damage from 2018, she's in the hospital throughout all of this movie. Because both of these movies happen on the same night. So at least that's realistic. Because in the trailer, she picks up a knife and she's like, evil dies tonight. And I remember thinking, like, that is so unrealistic. She got stabbed. She got thrown off a roof. How? I understand him a little bit, but why her? And in this one, he gets stabbed with a pitchfork in the back. He gets shot. I mean, he gets beaten down by the fucking mob and stabbed some more. He even gets stabbed in the back. Again, how does he live? Well, in this, and everyone's talking about it, whenever Laurie is talking about how with every kill he transcends, that was kind of explaining that every kill makes him stronger and that he's supernatural. I'm hoping he's not supernatural because I want him to die, because that would be a good way for Halloween to end. But at the same fucking time, if he's human, then that makes it so, like, how the fuck did he survive this long? He got stabbed with a pitchfork in the back. I don't get it. I don't like that he's so OP. And the other ones, it made sense at least. Another thing, why don't the parents care about their kids? Tommy basically gives his kid a gun, gives Laurie's granddaughter a gun, and says, hey kids, let's go kill Michael. You know, if you die, that's fine, but as long as he dies, it's good. Let's go. Like, parenting? I mean, I'm going to be honest, parenting in 2021 is ass. I see the way parents actually parent nowadays. It's terrible. Back to the scene I was talking about during my non-spoilers. When he's with the old people, and the old lady's watching him take out each knife and stab the old man, like 3 times. I didn't like that, because it's like Michael's like, yeah, die. Yeah, die. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like Michael cares about that. As long as someone dies, he doesn't care. But, like, being that brutal, Michael doesn't care about really brutality in my eyes. But then I thought about it, I was like, he did 1, 2, 3, and then he looked at the knife, and he looked over at her, and he left. He was trying out which knife fit him, which knife worked, which knife he liked. And I love that. Not only is it different and it hasn't happened before, it's just really cool to see how brutal it was, and the girl was watching. I thought it was so damn, it was cool. It's like, do I want this one? Do I want this one? I want this one? Nah, I want this one. You know, it was really cool. I did love everyone teaming up. That's one of the things I loved from the trailer. It's one of the things that's different. This is the first time everyone gets together and they're like, you know what? If we all team up together, we can kill Michael. We can kick his ass. And boy, did they. I loved the scene where they were beating him up. Everyone teaming up to beat him up, and they're the survivors. That was badass. Like, all the survivors, teaming up. That was cool. Which brings me to the ending. The ending was meh to me. I don't know how to feel about it. It feels possibly rushed. That's a big thing with me. But also, like I was saying, with them beating the hell out of Michael, I loved that. But then when he all of a sudden gets up, takes the knife out of his back, I think he does, and then he just slaughters everyone. It looks cool, and it works if he's supernatural. But if he's not, then it just made everyone else seem like, oh shit, he's getting up. Hold up, I'm going to wait right here with my bat. All right, he killed him. Okay, he's turning to me. I'm going to lift my bat. Oh shit, you stabbed me? Wow, what? Man, you're so smart. No, you're an idiot. It bothers the hell out of me if he's not supernatural, because it makes everyone else fucking stupid, which brings me to my next thing. Nobody had a gun. If I had a gun while everyone was beating on him, the moment they stopped, I'd point it, I'd go pop, 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 right in the head 3 times. 1, to kill him, 1, to make sure he's dead, and 1, just so everyone knows he's dead. And I walk away. I think I would have liked something where, what if the ambulance grabbed him? What if he is dead to them and they put him in a body bag and then he wakes up in the body bag in the morgue and all that? They did something similar in one of the previous movies, and it was kind of cool. I liked it. I mean, the trap was very nice, and I liked the trap. That was amazing. But it was also very predictable with him killing her and going into the house. But I'm kind of glad she got killed off. I didn't really care for the daughter character of Laurie. Yeah, the ending was kind of meh. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. And it wasn't good. It was just kind of like, okay, Overall, like I said earlier, 3.4. Here's my theories for Halloween Ends. Either Michael's gonna die, or they're both gonna die. Him and Laurie. It was very interesting that him and her didn't face off in this. But I don't think there's a scenario where he kills her and then he just lives. I mean, if he kills her in the next one and walks up and goes to that mirror and just stares at it, and like, yep. If that's the ending, it's gonna be very disappointing. Especially since it's not about killing her. I think they should both die. The obsession dies with her, and the evil dies with him. That'd be great. Or he dies. But I just don't know how they're going to do it. Hopefully, if the next one's like 2.5 hours, I'd be happy. Explain the fuck out of it. This is the end of the trilogy. There's not going to be any more. There'll probably be a reboot in like 5 years. But that's my theories for the next one. I think Frank's dying in the next one. Like, I am dead honest thinking Frank's going to come up on Michael, and Michael's going to kill him. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed this. Comment down below what you thought of the whole movie. I really enjoyed it. Excited for the next one. And I'm kind of want to turn around and watch more Michael Myers. I want to watch the rest, which are just sitting on my shelf. And if you have any questions, comment down below what they are. I'll try to answer them. And I will see you all in the next one. And remember, survive, endure, adapt, and above all else, persevere.
That is the true face.
He's the essence of evil.
You can't close your eyes and pretend he isn't there. Because he is.